Could you text message me some sources to links that I can put in the description?
I used YouTube and Google.
But give them over to me so I can put it in the description of the video. So that way...
See, this is, again, another problem. Do your research.
Fuck that.
All you have to do is do it.
But he wants to know what you're using, so you have, like, the viewers.
So that way I can put the
YouTube
source.
and Google.
It was the same event. It's like, wait, what was your source for World War II? Look at it. Look for it. Read about it. Who cares what book I read? It happened. It was a historical event in our nation. Research what happened. So history does not repeat itself.
Can you just do the work for us? And we
No,
can just look it up?
I have my own shit to do and pay my share of taxes and play the credit score game. I think it would be more difficult to build or repair than to destroy. It's easy to destroy. I mean, that's the challenge, is repairing all the damage. Which is why I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders. No, really, I really do think that he's the best option, in my opinion, thus far. He has crazy amount of experience.
I don't know anything about him. Tell me his experience. Well, then tell me his experience.
Why would I want to tell you his experience? You could do it yourself. He has 20-odd years of government.
So this is just a video of you endorsing him? Like, we don't know anything?
No, he doesn't need my endorsement. All you have to do is listen to him. Or see what he's done in the past. There are records of what, he made good decisions in the past, and he called shit that were going to be a problem, and it happened. He knew that deregulation of the economy and the way that we were going about it by the Fed was absolutely wrong. He called it. There are videos of him talking to the higher ups with the Fed, and he called it like it was. Oh, and then they just say, "Oh, well, we made a mistake." Your job is to not make a mistake, and this guy called it. He did. And as far as what happened with our economy, it took me several tries to understand exactly what happened, what went wrong, and once I understood what we were doing as far as our speculating, it made sense. It was completely stupid, and it was supported. It was condoned. It wasn't stopped. It was in fact encouraged by the Federal Reserve, and I don't think that's something that we should be doing. And what happens when they lose all their money? They don't go bankrupt like us. They don't lose everything. They just get given money. And then they don't want to tell you who they gave the money to. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, okay, there are these companies that are too big to fail because people are going to have trouble. Okay, so the government has decided to give them a large amount of money.
Tax money.
Our money to them. Millions and millions of dollars. And
Billions.
Billions of dollars. And then Bernie Sanders asked him, well, who are these people? Oh, I don't want to tell you that. What, bro?
That was Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders, Google him. It's on YouTube. The conversations that were held, and looking back on it, yeah, it was obvious because now we know what happened. We see the chain of events as they occurred, but he predicted it before it happened, and he could have addressed it, and then they just simply refused to do it, to heed his warning.
Okay.
And the gall for them to say, no, I don't want to really tell you what we did with the money. Hundreds of millions of dollars of tax money given to private corporations, and you don't want to tell me the names of these corporations? Fuck you.
Were those names ever released?
No.
Huh.
Yeah.
I feel very uninformed right now.
And then, let's say, the company of AIG, this name kept getting thrown around, and they what is their specialty? Investment. What did they do wrong? Investment. And yet, we give them a whole lot of money. More money than they are worth. More money than they would ever pay back. And then they complain about it. They're getting charged too much interest or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? You should not exist. And I think that's what should have happened. We should have let them come apart and break apart. Because, oh no, it would have been bad for our economy. Our economy's still fucked, and they're the ones that fucked it. They're the only ones that didn't suffer from it. Everyone else is suffering. I'm suffering from it.
How? How are you suffering from it?
I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I shouldn't be... I've made good decisions. I've worked very hard, and still it is an uphill battle. I'm not asking for someone to help me. And the fact that they're giving... no one's giving me a handout. No one ever gave me a handout.
Okay.
All right? So, the fact that they give these companies handouts, and then they stay all high and mighty up in that hill, no, fuck that. Come tread into shit with me. So, yeah, pay their fair share of taxes, and let them fucking fail. And that was one of his... Bernie Sanders, one of his main stays. If a bank is too big to not fail, it's too big to exist. And that is absolutely true. There should not be a very large bank that has all power. If the American people knew how banking systems work, how credit reporting works. I just got my first credit card, by the way.
And?
Yeah, just got it. Like I opened the envelope just now, like this morning, and first credit card ever. And I already have like a very fucking low limit because I've never fucked up. I've never fucked up, and I've never gotten behind on my payments and nothing. But I have no credit.
Why? Because
I've never had a credit card. I've never had any sort. I've paid cash in hand. Money I get is money I spend. I don't spend more. I try to save money. Mm-hmm. I do what most people should do, responsible finances.
Right.
Okay, and I make gradual progress, but it is progress. It's slow, but progress. All right, and I'm still trying. So now that I have a credit card and I can build credit, I've had to look into, okay, how does the interest rate... I know how interest rate works, but I wanted to know how the credit score worked. God almighty, they're fucking us over. It should not work the way it is, and they're like, oh, well, what is it? Google it. By all means, Google it. I would hate to be one of the guys that like, let me spend the next hour explaining how the credit score works and how it's a continuum between score. There's no absolute zero. You could either have it or a continuum between these numbers. And you will never, ever have perfect credit unless you are a multi-millionaire, unless you already owe millions of dollars, have millions of dollars, and you owe millions of dollars because you took out loans. Okay, let's say I have $100 million, and I would need like $30 million of loans, so in other words, $30 million of debt that I would have to pay in order for me to even nearly approach the extreme of the credit card score positively. How is that relevant to me? Why would that help me? And all the things like, let's say, it's great for other companies to do that. For very rich people to get this kind of score because it helps them. They can basically drop a number, not spend a dime of their money, and then use other people's money from banks, okay, which have our money, which we're charged a lot of fees and processing, and they're not ever charged fees. The more money you have, the less money the bank will charge you. This thing that we mere mortals have to pay as far as ATM fees and transactions and transferring, all those fucking fees, those are non-existent for rich people. That doesn't happen. They live in another world with different rules in the banking system that is how it works.
Wow.
So yeah, money right now isn't even in a form of trade or barter. It is more of a form of enslavement, and that did not get there quickly. That was a progress of many years, at least the last 70, 80 years, and it's infuriating. The more I learned about it, because I didn't crack open a textbook about finances and go through it. There's just no fucking way to understand it. So just watch as many documentaries as you need to watch, or little how-tos. You know, finances for stupid. Or whatever you gotta read.
Dummies.
No, I'm not gonna fucking push that. But any little book you need to read or understand what you're doing, because it's highway robbery. Things that should go away. Like if you were rich, the flaws in your credit disappear overnight. Like it's as if it never happened. But if you're one of the common man, your credit errors. Let's say if 9 out of 10. You're 100% on the dot. But you're late once, you have a 30-day report, you have a 60-day report, because that day, I don't know, you got shot in the knee. I don't know what the fuck. Took an arrow to the knee. Right? Okay. You couldn't make that payment. That will haunt you for 14 years. Oh, no. It resets every fucking, 7 years or whatnot due to the laws. That's for one credit agency. There are 3. So if I were a credit agency and it's about to expire for me, I simply hand the information to him. Guess what? It has another 7-year lifespan. It's on your record for another 7 years. Because I transferred information to him. Did you ask me to? No. Did I have to? No. Is there any benefit to me whatsoever? Not really, but he'll do the same for me later on. That way I can really use it and fuck you over.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's all very terrible, and yet here we are. And here I am with the fucking credit card, even though I hate credit cards. I've never really had a need
How much
for
is
them.
the limit?
$500. Yeah.
Are you about to go crazy?
No. I have more in savings than that, and I got to a point where I like, I need a loan. I need a personal loan for whatever. They wouldn't give me a loan
because you don't have any credit.
Because I didn't have any credit.
Right.
It's like, but shouldn't that mean that I'm not good? Yeah, I'm not. Oh my God, this guy's an amazing creditor, but I'm not bad. So
it's neutral.
So the neutrality of it all should count for something. Should count for let's say
this guy managed to make it this far without having to.
No, let's look at his income. His income. Okay, which sometimes isn't factored in. Let's look at his check stubs and how consistently he's deposited money. Let's look at his bank account, whether or not he's capable of making those
Has he ever gone over? Has he ever had any overdraft fees? Has that ever happened?
Things like that.
No,
that will not help you.
No,
because you need that magical number. You need that magical credit
FICO score. That FICO score.
Because someone said you had to.
That's the way the system works.
Yeah, and so
and you know how you can get rid of the system?
Bernie Sanders.
Terrorism.
By terrorism. Let's do the 5 cities and just tell me how to do it.
Okay.
Okay, this isn't Fight Club, okay?
David, this is a good diatribe that you went on there. This is a good diatribe that you went on there on that whole topic. But yes, Fight Club totally like destroying, like blowing up
the entire credit card.
The credit card servers. The credit card servers.
It's not that easy. They made it look way easy. Way easy. All you had to do was like get some guys to work a part-time job and let you in at after hours. It doesn't work that way. There are
backups.
Vacated nuclear silos in the middle of our desert where we have a lot of fucking servers underground that they're redundant servers. that banks pay people, private individuals, to keep these servers cool, keep them running, keep them humming, and keep them happy. And all they do is serve as a backup in case shit happens and they know who owes them money.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So let's fuck up at the desert.
You got to get the main servers and the redundancy ones. Yeah, damn. Well, fuck.
Like, there's an easier way, guys.
What?
Just take out the entire electrical grid. Done.
We need a solar flare.
Backup.
We need a solar flare to hit Earth.
If there's an EMP, those servers are gone.
No, if there's an EMP, our society is fucked. Our finances are the least of our problems. We just simply don't have infrastructure
across the globe.
And they are Faraday caged. They have backup energy. They're
only on a battery.
They're very well thought of. It's a good investment. In fact, the closest one that I know of. Back in the day, in the 90s, they were going to build a particle accelerator here in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to be like the baddest of the badasses in physics. We're going to be here in Texas.
The boson Higgs.
Yeah, like fucking
the boson Higgs particle.
particle. It was going to be awesome. And that's about the time when they were going to start over there in CERN in Europe. And turns out we spent a lot of U.S. tax dollars in building a very big, long hole, and then we stopped. And then we had to spend more money and to basically seal it off. Well, some guy said, hey, there's this big fucking hole in the middle of Texas. It's actually not that far away from DFW. Like outside Waxahachie or something like that. And there are servers in this tunnel because some entrepreneur bought it so he can build servers down there and serve as a backup for information. I don't know if it's a banking, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking finances. Okay, like not many people can afford to pay for that kind of setup for their backup information. Usually, you have some guy off the highway in like an undisclosed building backing up business information. Okay, not in a bunker in the middle of fucking nowhere in a goddamn tunnel in the middle of Texas. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they have finance service.
Let's go bomb that shit.
No,
right there.
no, I'm not gonna take part in that. But
All right.
hey, at some point, I may need to get a home loan, so I have to play this fucking game. To where
then don't play it.
Well,
then you won't get a home loan.
Then don't get one.
Unless you save up money and pay in full.
Yeah, which is virtually impossible with the economy that's going right now.
Look,
so that's why Bernie Sanders.
You're mad at Menchaca because he spends all his money on
trivial stuff.
Yeah, not even trivial, just stuff that he wants to do it because that's the game that he rather play right now with Apple. But you're doing the same thing because you want a home.
A game means that he might win.
There's no winning with
There's
Apple.
no winning with Apple.
I'm trying to climb as high as I can.
The American dream.
As high as I can, as fast as I can.
There's just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
And
are you getting your nut?
Not really.
He's getting his nut.
But one day I'll climb high enough. Dirty. I'll climb high enough on this
totem pole
in this game that we're playing in our country right now.
And then you'll expose it for what it is.
No.
Right? Come on, man.
I'm not gonna expose it. I mean, it's been exposed. It's been exposed, and what's happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Then change it from the inside, David.
No.
I'm just gonna.
No, I'm not bombing. I'm saying change it.
I thought you were gonna run for office.
Wait, come on. This is gonna be David for president.
That's why I need
David for president.
Awesomeness. Otherwise, who's gonna believe me? He's like, who's this guy? He doesn't even have a home.
David for
he's not even a home owner.
David for president in 2024. He doesn't even have a
badass credit score.
2020.
2024.
And here I am.
2024.
Even though
you can't run in 2020 because he has to be 35 to be a president.
Oh.
Yeah. So 2024.
It's okay. It's a lot of things I need to conquer from here and there.
Can a private citizen, in theory, run for president yes. And just without
Bernie Sanders, bam,
without having any experience in political office,
well, that would be a bad decision.
Never being a mayor, never being a governor, never being a senator, or
well, in theory, you could run, but would you win? You need the past experience and work history to say I'm capable of doing this. I'm capable of change, and I'm gonna stick it to the guys who've been fucking you over.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm voting for Bernie Sanders.
Going back to Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, age 74, will try to share his personal story with the black voters this fall. He grew up poor in Brooklyn.
You know, that's another thing. That's where I remember him from. He was at what the fuck was he at?
That one party that time?
No, he was not at a party at one time. No, he was at the presidential crap, whatever.
The Democratic National Convention?
No, he wasn't a convention. He was presenting whatnot. He was talking about Black Lives Matter and whatnot, and then people started booing him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, he's actually fighting for your cause. You know. Mm-hmm. He actually cares about you. No, they just booed him. I'm like, oh, okay.
The article was saying that Bernie is not well known in the African community, period, and that's an issue. One of his political campaign.
Well, he's at least gone on record saying that it's kind of bad that a lot of black people are just getting shot in the streets.
Yeah,
that's more than I've heard from other candidates. Okay, maybe black people getting shot in the streets doesn't bother him that much. One can infer that. All they have to do is say, "Yeah, I agree. That's bad," but they don't. They don't say that. So
well, a lot of candidates, a lot of politicians would like to answer questions by not answering them. So they like to dodge them and stuff.
Why? Why can't they just say what they mean or want to say?
Because you can't alienate anybody. You're trying to get as many votes as you can. And you've also got your constituents, the people that pay you money, like your big companies. So you have to make sure you're held accountable to that.
That's BS. I just want somebody to tell me what their opinions are, how they feel about things.
But you won't elect them.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't, because their opinions are against your
not necessarily.
Beliefs.
I don't have that many beliefs or set of values.
Sanders, which is really, isn't 74? That's
He's really old.
He's really old. Okay.
Ronald Reagan was older. wasn't he?
No, he wasn't.
I thought he was older, wasn't he?
Anyways,
Are
he
you
grew-
sure?
What,
okay.
like 74 is too old. He only has to make it another 8 years, man.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure he has
And those
it in
fucking 8 years are gonna take
82
everything out of him.
Let's if he runs
He
for
grew up
twice.
poor in a Brooklyn tenement, fought for civil
Better
rights.
to burn
as a-
out than fade away.
Damn. He grew up poor in a Brooklyn tenement, fought for civil rights as a college student, and has advocated loudly for economic and social justice through 3 decades in elected office. He also hopes his cause for a $15 an hour national minimum wage and free college tuition will resonate.
He was 70 years old. So if he got elected, he would be the first oldest president. He would be the oldest president ever elected. Beating Reagan by
$15
4.
an hour is ridiculous.
Whoa.
That's all I'm gonna fucking say to that.
No, it is not ridiculous, Pat.
Yes, it is.
How is it ridiculous?
Well,
Please
you
tell
know,
me.
our minimum wage has been following inflation since.
How
man, I
how
wanna
is
I don't
say-
think it has been.
No, it hasn't been for a very long time.
hasn't.
So when people are like, "Well, I used to earn $10 an hour back in blah blah blah," adjust for inflation. You're earning more than minimum wage now.
how much do you think your CEO is getting paid for your company?
Oh yeah, he's gonna end that, by the way. That's on his platform.
What?
Yeah, none of this big bonus to CEOs anymore. Like,
How,
fuck that.
How much
You're
do you think
getting
he's getting
taxed.
paid?
I don't know
100
how
million?
he gets
10 million?
No,
12
I don't
million?
know. Who cares?
Let's say he's getting paid $12 million. How much is the lowest paid person in your company getting paid? $9 an hour?
No.
$7.25.
10
Yeah,
bucks
if
an
they're
hour?
in high school, they're lucky to
Seven-
get 8.
$8 an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the difference between that?
What's the difference between
Between-
what?
Well,
The,
how much
the
is
high
that?
school
16
kid and the man that went to college
hold
and
up, hold up.
got
$16,000 a year versus the $12 million. Like what?
One person is in high school.
1000%. But
Okay, guys.
here's another thing.
Okay,
Here's
the
another
thing
thing.
is,
Hold
okay,
up,
no,
hold
this
up,
is
hold up.
really simple.
Yeah,
High schooler, he works a year, he gets a 25-cent raise. Boss man, he works a year, he gets a $2 million raise.
Bonus.
Okay.
Bonus. No.
Plus a bonus.
Okay.
Plus stocks. Plus, let's say, I don't know, a house.
Okay, that's it.
So, how is that fair?
It isn't fair. Life isn't fair.
They make profit. They made profit of, let's say, $1 billion.
Okay, but what I'm
They
saying
didn't do anything
is,
with that profit.
okay, these
They
are
just,
jobs.
they just wrote it into the ledger.
These are
and
jobs
carried it
for
forward.
high school kids. These are jobs for people that are uneducated. It's not for you to
That's
support
not
your
true.
family.
that's not true. The minimum wage
People-
is for you to be able to support a family.
Yeah.
Cost
Really?
of living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
Cost
it's the
of
minimum
living.
wage.
You're okay
And,
because
go to a fast food restaurant. You think you're going to see high school students there? You're going to see
Nope.
high school students working at fucking Walmart?
Nope.
No, it's not just that.
lifers.
Those are
Lifers.
those are people who have to work 5 jobs.
I just think
5 jobs.
$15
It's possible
is
to work 5 jobs.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah,
Just
it's
to go
ridiculous.
by.
It is ridiculous, but it's ridiculous that it's taken this long.
So yeah,
Wow.
like the what's
and
it called?
And yeah, supporting a family on minimum wage is impossible.
Then
So the
don't
guy- the
have
guy-
fucking
Supporting-
kids.
So the guy-
supporting a family at
that's
$15
not
an hour.
the choice that a lot of people make. It isn't some bitch that got knocked up on a Friday
No,
night.
it is a
Okay.
lot of the times.
No, it's not a lot of the times.
Okay. Whatever.
So there was the documentary, that guy that did Super Size Me, something Spurlock. I don't know. Is it Madison?
Martin,
Yeah.
Martin Spurlock.
Is that his name?
It sounds
It was
about
Morgan
right.
Spurlock.
Is it Morgan? I
think
thought
it's
it was Martin.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it's Morgan
Something
Spurlock.
Spurlock.
It's something Spurlock. So he did the documentary where him and his wife tried to. I think it was 2 weeks in a row. They were going to live. I think it actually might have
At
been a
minimum
month.
wage?
I think it was a month actually.
He usually
where
does
they-
a month thing because
Yeah, okay.
that's how long he did McDonald's
So
for.
he did the thing where him and his wife were going to work minimum wage jobs and live strictly off said minimum wage jobs. Like
Okay.
they're only going to do 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week at minimum wage. And they're going to make sure to see if they can make all the ends meet. So they went in there and they got like an apartment in a slum, basically some low end, like run-down apartment, so they can afford it, and they could barely make all the bills. Both their income combined, they could barely support their family and their family of 2, which they don't have any kids, and they were like fucking stressed out of their minds trying to fucking make that shit work. And I don't think they did either. I don't think they could make it work. But yeah,
Okay.
Working overtime.
But $15 is ridiculous.
That's adjusted to inflation. If major companies did not want that to happen, they shouldn't have fucked over our currency in the first place, and that's what they did. So yeah,
Could you,
could
like,
you
live
push
at
pawns into a
$7.25 an hour?
corner and all these
No,
fucking
I couldn't
pawns,
live
man.
at on $7.25
Can you live
an
at
hour.
your pay now?
Yeah.
Would you like to have a little bit more?
I mean, It's nice. I get
It's
a bonus. So
Good to be up there.
Yeah, it's good.
it's not like I'm up there.
Yeah, it's good to be up there,
and
isn't
here's
that?
the thing. You're playing the game. Good.
Okay, mate, are
Good.
you
as a CEO, you can play the game, but this isn't a game. This is not a fucking game. These are lives. These are people who are trying to make a living and have a good life in the pursuit of happiness. And sometimes they have to run people down. All right, and they will. Okay. There has been redistribution of wealth in the past, and it will occur again if we do not prevent that. Okay, and it's not something like, oh no, they haven't worked for it. You don't know what work is, man. Work.
Patty, are you just accept that
in air conditioning? That's not fucking.
No,
work,
that's
man.
not fucking.
All right. You
Manual
say,
labor and
hey,
construction.
you know what? I got the paperwork now. You and your fucking trust fund and your goddamn, Ivy League schooling because you've been silver spoon fed your whole life. I'm gonna rip that out and shove it up your ass.
It just reminds me of that Get Hard. Yeah, I built this company with my own 2 hands and a $10 million loan from my father.
That's the kind
Yes.
of shit you have to play in the same game, and then you fuck over the rules by not allowing minimum wage to follow inflation, so that the dollar you earn has the capacity of supporting you.
I'm saying
Wait,
I'm not saying not to raise the minimum wage. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever. It is what it is.
Oh, they gotta work for it. Right?
No, but $15?
okay,
$15.
Patty, are you upset that they would make as much as you do with the
No,
limited
I
experiences?
would obviously get more money out of it.
Yeah, exactly. You would get more money.
But and I'm just saying it
Have
just
they raised-
doesn't make sense.
How does not make sense?
$15 to be a cashier? Like, should their work not equal their pay?
What makes you think their work is not equaling their pay?
Because they're in an air conditioner. Like, I can get a construction worker makes $15 or more.
I did not make $15.
Okay, or whatever you got paid.
And you know what? I made do. And it wasn't that, oh no, let me think of the CEO. One day I'll be there. We weren't playing the same game. I'm not playing the same game now. I put myself through college.
Okay.
Debt free.
Okay.
I did that. And yet I look across the hallway and I see someone got paid through because his daddy had money and his daddy before him had money. And that is not the country I want to live in. And if it means changing the country, the country will be changed.
Oh my God.
Whether we like it or not.
No, whether the people who are in power like it or not. Because enough pawns, we're going to win that fucking game.
Okay.
You know, this is starting to sound like a revolution.
It is. It is a revolution.
You know what?
Is
Because
there-
it's
is
a
there gonna-
revolution.
Is there even going to be an American Revolution 2?
No.
God, that'd be so awesome.
No, it wouldn't.
The second coming.
It's like it sounds like a movie right there.
The financial system as it stays is
it's
not
fractured.
something that we're playing by the same rules. If I don't have enough money to pay the bills, I lose what I have. Okay? That doesn't apply to people who have enough money to where if they lose their money, they lose everything. No, they are given more money. That doesn't make any sense. We're not playing by the same rules. Play by the same rules.
So what?
And we'll play ball. But the fact that you change it up and you cheat, and I really do say cheat, that's infuriating. And you're going to piss off enough people, and you're not going to have something that you can simply come back from. Okay? It took hundreds of years to build this country and to make it a powerhouse.
It just makes
that
one
it is.
night.
And holy fucking shit, overnight.
You think so?
If enough people found out, overnight. And it's not that, they're going to unite and fucking
French
fight against
Revolution.
the man and organize. No, I think it'll be worse. I don't think there's any really coming back in our lifetime from that kind of incident. You're talking rebellion. You're talking anarchy. All right, we're not even talking if the states will be in the same country, all right, or in the same conformation as far as territorial lines. That's how bad it has been, and it can be again if we do not stop it. We need to take drastic steps. And I'm not talking secession. I'm talking collapse of government power.
Fuck.
We came that close already.
2008,
where there was not enough funding, and I had state workers calling me when I worked for a bank. By the way, I work for the government, and I don't know when I'm gonna get paid again.
Oh, I remember.
that
I remember
happened.
this.
So, I know I owe you money, but what do? Oh no, we'll call you back. We're developing a plan. There was no plan. There was never a plan, and I got pissed off at my supervisor and his supervisor because I was like, why are we telling them what plan? What is the plan? Tell me the plan so I can tell them the plan. That way, they don't have to bet their fucking kids welfare on that. You know, they have a mortgage to pay. They have other shit to pay. What is the plan? There was no plan. They were hoping that someone came up with an idea and put it into effect quickly enough before shit hit the fan.
Oh.
We came that close, and that was just state government. That the people within my own state calling and asking me for help. That's how shitty their situation was. So when the government doesn't have employees, you think you can run your business without your fucking employees all by yourself? Doesn't matter how much money you get paid.
I won't be able to.
No, it's all coming down. It's all coming down. And I'm talking about a situation where the money you're earning doesn't mean anything anymore. Papers.
A Great Depression number 2.
No, not depression. There's a depression would say that the economy is down. You're not even talking about the same economy. Our economy was what used to be based on the dollar should be based on the gold. Now we just base it on the fact that it's a dollar. You know, it's printed money, which can be printed some more.
Right.
There have been countries where they would just burn the bills because they were so worthless for heating.
Yes, Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
That in some parts of Africa.
And also, was it Green?
It
was Greenland?
Was it?
Yeah, that was a $20 million
it is
currency.
Fickle. It has no basis anymore in reality.
Yeah.
It is a system of trust, and when the trust is gone, the system is fucked. You cannot reboot it. You can't repair it. So yeah, if we need patchwork, we need it now. It's going to be drastic. It's going to piss a lot of people off. But those are the same people who are enjoying this wonderful country that we call America.
So David, let me ask you this: what would have happened if the bailouts didn't happen in 2008 and everything just everything collapse? Would we be better off now?
I think a lot of rich people
time?
would have run away to a lot of different countries.
Fuck.
That is true.
But would we here in 2015 be better off now had that happened than our situation? So imagine if we're talking parallel universes where there's a time stream.
I'm
and
trying to figure out what you mean.
It splits into 2.
Like
right?
what
so
are you talking about?
In 2008, everything damn near almost collapsed. Like everything we were on the brink.
Well,
of...
that's what they made you think.
Everything kind of did collapse. We acted as if we had money in the system that wasn't there. It was speculated value.
Right. So
I got those notes, and I was like, you know what?
So yeah, I remember
these don't really have real money, but I'm gonna say like they're worth a certain amount. So what can you trade me for this stuff? And you'll have it, and then you could use it for trades of that stuff. And even though it's shares and
derivatives,
tradable things, no, derivatives are basically a prediction of how much the value is going to be in the future.
Okay.
All right, you're following that curve. Okay, if that's the current escalation, it'll probably be here in the graph line of the derivative. Okay, basic calculus 101. That wasn't there. There was no fucking value. It was all make believe. So when they finally figured out what was happening, which happened in 2007, I think France figured out first. They're like, wait a minute, where's this money from? Wait, this has no real money? Well, what are these things? Where are they? Where are all these empty fucking shares that have no actual value? Where are they? Well, they're everywhere. They're holding all this shit up, holding it together. And they were very careful in who they told first. Because whoever has them wants to get rid of them because they're worth nothing.
So they started betting against everything. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
No, they didn't have any more money. There was no money, even though they said it was money. It was fucked.
No, okay, but see, my question was like, I'm talking about a what if scenario, because I wanted to say there was a part in 2008 where the banks, all the banks almost failed, right?
The banks did fail.
No, but because the bailout money happened, and then they didn't. Chase and Bank of America, all those other big banks, they're still open and still functioning because
what would have happened to the everyday guy?
Yeah.
Would he have been put out of his house?
He would have fought.
Wait, what? Okay,
no,
why?
Who's gonna put you out in your house? A sheriff? I think that's the guy who does it.
Yeah.
He's gonna put hundreds of his own people who elect him in the office into his position to throw him out. He's gonna throw everyone out? No. They're gonna what I think would have happened is they realize, hey, we all owe the same guy money. Now we don't. Wait a minute. So we don't have to pay for it anymore? No, we don't.
All those loans get written off. Okay.
So what happens instead? We lend a whole lot of money to banks, and then they lend that money to us, and they charge us a lot of money for that money, and they got charged nothing.
0%.
And that was our money. So it's like I take your money, I give it to the bank, who you have to pay money to, and they lend you that money so you could be able to pay the money to them, but they charge you for it, even though I didn't charge them for that money. And by the way, that was your money. What the fuck? So
right.
yeah,
This topic went long in the tooth.
Yeah, it's hard to understand, and I know I'm not going into in depth, and it's almost a facile representation of what happened because of the overwhelming complexity that took me quite a while to understand, and it still was infuriating. Every step, every little moment of epiphany that I had that I understood, yes, what happened, what went wrong, it was infuriating, and it happened, and we did nothing to these people who did that.
Could you text message me some sources to links that I can put in the description?
I used YouTube and Google.
But give them over to me so I can put it in the description of the video. So that way...
See, this is, again, another problem. Do your research.
Fuck that.
All you have to do is do it.
But he wants to know what you're using, so you have, the viewers
So that way I can put the
YouTube
source...
and Google.
It was the same event. It's like, wait, what was your source for World War II? Look at it. Look for it. Read about it. Who cares
right,
what
fair.
book I read? It happened. It was a historical event in our nation. Research what happened. So history does not repeat itself.
Can you just do the work for us? And we
No,
can just look
no.
it up?
I have my own shit to do and pay my share of taxes and play the credit score game.
Okay.
I have my own stuff to do.
Ladies and
Wrap
gentlemen,
it up.
that has been the Musing with Menchaca show. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, share us with your friends, and subscribe for more content. So each and every week we do a podcast, hopefully sometimes. So look in the description for this.
Hopefully sometimes.
I miss a week every so often. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm doing every other week, but hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. So let's see. How do I do this? Like the video, share, subscribe. Twitter's at Chakalaka88. PSN, Nintendo Network, XBL, Twitch, Chakalaka88, as well as boomchakalaka4@gmail.com for anything long form you want addressed, as well as this particular topic with the whole really opening up a really big can of worms. Started off as a Bernie Sanders topic.
No,
Anyways,
I really
we
think
went
as
too
far as
deep.
our,
We went really deep. All right.
yeah, but it's a complex issue as far as who you want to run your country. You know, yeah, it gets pretty deep.
Yeah.
Hopefully, people will research in depth.
Okay. Thank you very much, audience, for making us a part of your day. Thank you very much, Patty, Eric, and David for doing this podcast. I'm Luis Menchaca, signing out.